Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to be making this video today because this topic is really important. I feel like we all need this. I need this. You need this. You know someone who needs this. We all need this. This topic is really just on my heart today, and I really just want to talk about it. This is why no one pays attention to you. And it's not a joke. It really is just something that we experience. And let's get into it. As usual, I only have one other video. I don't know why I'm saying as usual, but as usual, moving forward, I want to have a disclaimer that if you don't want to be uncomfortable and do the work on yourself, please remove yourself from this page immediately. This is not for people who want to be complacent. This is not for people that don't want to make changes in their life. This is not for a lot of people. This is really just not for a lot of people, period. This is for a select few amount of people who have wandered onto this video today with their notepads open. Let's get into it. Why am I making this video? We all have had times in life where we are feeling like a side character. I can specifically recall a time where I was growing up and I was in college, and I literally feel like I was watching my life from third person. Like I felt like I was not in my life. I never felt like I was the main part of the conversation. I never felt like people really cared about my personal life or recalled specific details of my character or personality. I just felt like I was kind of like a supporting character or like a supporting role most of my college experience. And it was really just not fun for me. Actually, I was really miserable at that time. It really got to a bad place when I graduated college was when COVID happened, and that was probably when I hit my rock bottom. But that is for another video. I want to talk about that feeling that I felt. So that feeling is just feeling glossed over, not feeling seen, not feeling heard. And what I didn't know then that I know now is that I'm in the driver's seat for that feeling. I can remove that feeling from my life. I can will that feeling away. I didn't know that at the time, and I was waiting for someone to do it for me. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. So how might we approach making this feeling go away? Okay, first of all, if you didn't watch the first video that I released, you need to just go back and watch that right now immediately. But I'm going to say it again. This isn't the step one of this video, but this is just like, you should have already been doing this. You need to be working out. If you're not working out, there's really nothing for us to talk about here. You're wasting your life, and you're wasting your body. And I already explained to you guys how when you improve upon what you are given by the universe, such as your physical vessel, then more will be given to you. That is just the center of everything. My whole life's changed when I started working out. Watch the first video. We don't have to get into it again. Stop. So yeah, if you're not doing that, then you need to just be doing that because everything else is just not going to be useful. All right. So now let's get into the actual step one. And I said in my last video that I don't like to do steps because I feel like they're really just like useless and cookie cutter, but I actually changed my mind. I really like to do steps, and it's okay to change your mind sometimes. We learn new things day to day. I learned a new thing yesterday when I filmed that last video. So let's get into this video. Step one to correcting why no one pays attention to you. So it's really simple. It's really just sweet and to the point. Center yourself. You would be really surprised about how much energy people leak on a day-to-day basis. What I mean by this is sit down with yourself right now and ask yourself for the majority of the day, what did you pay the most attention to? If it wasn't yourself, you're already wrong. You are you for a reason. You were born you for a reason. You were born alone. Some of you might be twins out there, but for the most part, you were born alone. You are responsible for you. With whatever gifts the universe has given you, that is secondary. First and foremost, you have to tend to yourself. A lot of people leak energy out. I was doing this in college a lot. I was so consumed with helping other people, other people's problems. Who's going to date me? Who's going to like me? Who's going to notice me? Especially if I was dating someone. If I was dating someone, my whole life was about them. If they like the color blue, I like the color blue. If they like the color green, I like the color green. If they do this thing, I do this thing. And I knew everything about them. I knew all of their character traits, all their tastes, all their personal aspirations. I knew it as if it were my own. Ask me what my favorite color was, I could not tell you. Whatever color is the most popular color that will get me the most amount of attention in elementary school is the color that I would have said when the teacher called on me. I had no personal characteristic whatsoever. I was blank. I was nothing. And a lot of us are nothing, but we don't have to stay that way. So that's why we need to do step one. So step one is center yourself. What I mean by this is close your eyes and literally imagine the energy that you are exuding from your body, your aura, being pulled back into you, and then, I don't know, you start glowing or something. Imagine this, because it is a physical thing. Like, you really do leak energy wherever you go. And when I say leak energy, I simply just mean when you are pouring energy out of yourself, you literally become repulsive to other people. It's by definition unattractive because there is something in the way that is impeding the attraction, which is all of the energy and focus that you are pouring out of yourself. When you are reeling your energy in and focusing on you, it is by definition attractive. You are creating a trend, a momentum to where you can actually attract energy and attention and focus from other people, but not just people. I'm also talking about circumstances as well, but we'll get into that. What I mean by that is when you focus on yourself and when you are self-identified, then you will attract energy from the external world back into you. It's like a magnet. Let's say that you like a guy and you're spending all of your days, or girl, or they, them, and you're spending all of your days focused on this person. You probably have noticed a trend that that person doesn't want to talk to you. And that's not to say you can control other people, because I need to make another video about fate. But what I mean by that is just on a moment-to-moment, day-to-day basis, that person probably wouldn't want to talk to you. Or you might always be stumbling on your words, or you might always move the wrong way to where you actually end up like repelling this person because you have created a momentum as such to where they need to actually get away from you. When you are self-focused, it is so sexy, it's so powerful, it's so attractive. Everyone wants to be around you. I'm sure you've had those moments in your life. You just need to work on maintaining it. Why should you maintain it? Not just to get attention from other people, but that's just the way that you need to be living. It is the most productive, healthiest way to live is when you are focused on you. I'm propping my phone up right now on a book because I have nowhere to put it in this car. And the book is called The Daily Stoic. It is a testament to the Daily Stoic, or Stoicism in general. You cannot control a lot of things in life. All you really can control is you. So when you understand that simple fact, you will become attractive and people will start paying attention to you. It's really just that simple. I know I said there's going to be steps in this video, but honestly, if you just want to stop right here, you can do that. That's the only thing that you really need to do, is just do that. I'm going to still give you 2 other steps because I think that they're going to add and bolster what we just talked about right now. But this is it, babe. If you can just do that, like, you're hot immediately. It does not matter. And it's easier said than done, right? Like, for example, if you have a crush on someone, all of your focus is going to go on them. Ask yourself why you want to be stressed out. If you were self-focused, you really were just giving a fuck about yourself, when something is really stressful for you, like a romantic relationship or a situationship or whatever, a job, and you are self-focused, your first reaction would probably be, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to deal with things that stress me out. That is someone who's self-focused. You probably wouldn't be in that situation if you were self-focused. When you are outwardly focused, when you are focused on appeasing other people or gaining things from other people, then you will constantly be in the rat race of life. Because anything that you chase will run away from you. Anything that you chase will run away from you. Anything that you chase will run away from you. It's really just that simple. You are planted in yourself, firm in who you are, in your self-concept, refer to video number 1, then you will attract things like a magnet. Center yourself. Stop focusing about other people. Stop looking at other people. Stop considering what other people might want you to do or how they might want you to look or how they might want you to act. Stop. I'll wait for you to stop right now. Okay. So yeah, that's step 1. Focus on you. We hear it all the time. We know it's true. So why the fuck are we not doing it? Like, let's grow up. Now I want to get into step 2. And like I said, if you could just stop at step 1, if you just do that, I'm not here to fucking blow smoke up your ass. If you just do that, you're done. Like, let's just keep it simple. These are to add, let's say we want crazy results. Let's say we want overnight results. Add step 2 and step 3. Step 2 is, are you miserable? It's really just a question that you need to ask yourself. Basically, some emotions are more attractive than others, okay? And it does not even, I'm not talking about personality traits, okay? You don't have to act happy. You don't have to look happy to attract people, although that may help. It's literally just energy speaks for itself, right? So what I mean by this is, I'm sure you've seen someone enter the room and just no one wants to be around them. Maybe they didn't even say anything. Just the vibe, they're giving a fucked ass vibe. No one wants to be around them. That is what I'm talking about here. Are you miserable? Are you down bad in your life? Are you unhappy? And is that your dominant paradigm? Is that your dominant thought? Is all of the things that are making you miserable? No one wants to be around that. That's not to say you bypass your emotions and you get happy. You will not be able to maintain this 24/7, but for the most part, you really shouldn't be miserable. There's nothing to be miserable about in this world. You can be sad, but sad is different from miserable. Everyone has problems and you need to accept that. Everyone in this world has problems. I have problems, you have problems. Some people are born without limbs. I always say this. Everyone has problems. For you to be miserable, not sad, but miserable, despondent, then the dominant thought needs to be, no one has problems like mine. My problems are the worst problems. And that is a fallacy. That is not true. That's not how the world works. That's the only way you will get to the point of misery. You can be sad, you can be heartbroken, you can feel betrayed. Emotions are complex, but for you to be miserable, you need to start being a victim. And if you're a victim, then you need to remove yourself from this page immediately. That's not who I'm talking to today. When you are miserable, no one wants to be around you, because not only are you leaking energy out into your external circumstances and trying to change things that you probably don't have control over, like for example, health or a romantic relationship or how you might appear to someone. And health can be controlled a little bit, but sometimes you just get a disease and you need to just accept that. But sorry, that was horrible. Oh my God. But you get what I'm saying. So when you're focusing on things that you can't control, so much so, you can actually accelerate to the point of misery because you can't control everything. All you really can control is yourself. That's it. So I hope that makes sense. If you're miserable, no one wants to be around you, and you probably already know that. It is a repulsive energy. It pushes people away, right? But on the contrary to that, if you are practicing optimism or gratefulness or brighter emotions, and it's not a personality thing, you don't have to walk into the room giggling. You know what I mean? It could just be an internal thing. Energy speaks for itself. When you are genuinely feeling like love or gratefulness or optimism for your lived experience, everyone's fucked. You know what I mean? People want to be around that. They sense it like literal animals, and they will want to be around it. Not only will that energy attract people, but it will also attract circumstances. I'm sure you can name times in your life where you have, genuinely been optimistic and happy, which is usually the result of understanding that you cannot control external circumstances. And I need to make a whole other video about surrender and what that will do for you. But when you're genuinely just focused on you, you're doing step one, right? These are additive steps. When you're doing step one, you're focused on you and you're in good spirits. I'm sure you've seen miracles manifest in your life. Things just flow better. Things are just fucking easier for you, right? You probably will find yourself saying the right things, being in the right place at the right time. There's a lot of serendipity to that emotion. There's a lot of serendipity to that way of living, right? So that's really just step two is, are you miserable? If you're miserable, and also step one, you're not focused on yourself. You are not even a physical embodiment anymore. You're just worthless, useless energy. That's what you're doing when you're doing those things. Okay. So now I want to talk about step three. So step three is self-concept. It's one of the same steps from the last video, but it really is fundamental to everything that you want to create in your life. And it's really important. So I'm going to make it really simple. Ask yourself what type of person you consider yourself to be in response to the topic at hand. What I mean by this is, for example, let's say you're not getting enough attention in love. Then you need to think about love for you in your life. How has it shown up? What are the themes? What type of person are you in love? And I will give you an example. So if I'm talking about myself, maybe a couple years ago, I will write down on a piece of paper, love or romantic relationships, for example. So I'm going to talk about romantic relationships, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to think about what my beliefs are about romantic relationships showing up in my life for me. Not what I believe they are for other people, but what I believe they are for me. So for example, I'll write romantic relationships on a piece of paper, and then I will start to do, okay, line number one, everyone cheats. Line number two, I only attract situationships or flings. Line number 3, people might only be physically attracted to me, but not romantically attracted to me. Line number 4, I'm meant to be single forever. I'm meant to die alone, whatever it might be. Maybe those are my underlying beliefs, right? In love, the main topic, in romantic relationships. And then now I want to attract more attention in love or romantic relationships. I want to attract those things, right? But my self-concept is such that what I just listed, everyone cheats, I only attract flings, so on and so forth. What will that do for me in my life? I will tell you. Not only will I not subconsciously perceive of opportunities for real love, but if I were to be faced with an opportunity of real love, these are my subconscious beliefs running in the background, I will self-sabotage it. I will not be attracted to them. I will probably cheat on them, or I wouldn't be able to sustain it. I might do the wrong things, or they would not even be in my physical experience. I would not even see them. I would not notice them, because you are constantly being fed in your life a projection of what is running in your mind subconsciously. We're all seeing the same things in life, right? But we're only paying attention to the things that are reflective of our subconscious beliefs. So if I really feel like everyone cheats, whenever I see someone cheating, I'm going to fixate on that. And I'm going to be like, aha, see? We're always looking for feedback of what our running subconscious beliefs are. So if I want to create a better romantic relationship in my life, if I want to move towards that, I need to change my self-concept. So if I want attention romantically, then I need to change what I had just listed, right? And how do you do that? It's really just this simple. Call bullshit on yourself. Call bullshit on yourself. You have been proven wrong in life many a times. So why are you believing yourself now? Why is what you say now the truth when you were wrong a lot of times before that? These beliefs that I have, they're not the truth, right? They are developments that I have accrued from past trauma, from childhood negligence, from my experience in the world has created these biases that I have adopted as truth to protect my ego from being hurt, right? The human mind is very fragile. It does not want to be hurt. It does not want to be uncomfortable. That's why no one wants to work out. So basically what I mean by that is I have developed these complexes, these thoughts, these theories about myself to protect myself. Facing what you want when you have past trauma is scary. So the mind does this, right? It'll feed you these delusions about yourself to keep you stagnant but safe, right? So it's better to be unhappy and stagnant than to put it out there and risk feeling that way again, right? But you need to change them if you want what you want, right? You need to change your self-concept. Let's say I wanted more money, for example, and my subconscious beliefs that I wrote down on my notepad are money is evil. I will never have enough money. I can never get paid what I'm worth. I lose money. I always have to pay for things. Whatever your subconscious beliefs are, you list them out, right? Then I need to change my subconscious beliefs by rewiring my brain. Now, how do you do that? I'm going to tell you. So you're going to flip the page and you're going to do the same thing. Money. What do you want the beliefs to be, right? How do you want it to look? Instead of what you are accustomed to on the page prior, now we're on a new page. What do you want? So I attract a lot of money. My work is extremely valuable and lucrative. Money flows to me. I can consistently put money away and save and stockpile money. Money is easy for me to generate. You can even take it a step further and get really specific about it. I am worth this salary, right? And then once you get to that salary, you can start manifesting a new one. But let's say you've only ever gotten paid $45K a year and you want to start making $80K. My work is worth $80K. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first. You will literally, as you're writing this down, you're going to feel like that's so not realistic, or that's never happened to me. That's how you know you're doing the right thing, is when you start to feel uncomfortable. That's how you know you have specifically pinpointed your subconscious fears. Congratulations, you got what you needed to do done. When you feel uncomfortable after writing what you want it to look like on the page, that's how you know you're hitting the right fucking chord in your brain. Keep going. So now that you've written what you want it to look like on your page, in your day-to-day life, refer to this page, think about this page, right? When you start to think about money again in your day-to-day life and those feelings come up, those thoughts come up, because you have written them down, right, those fears down, you'll be able to recognize them. They won't be subconscious anymore. It'll be in the forefront of your mind. Then you could be like, wait, no, that's not true. Or no, actually, I want it to look like this. This is really what it is. And it's going to feel like you're a fraud at first. feel like a fraud, because you are a fraud. We are all frauds. Everyone's fake as fuck. Feel like a fraud, and then eventually it won't be fraudulent anymore. I will give you a really good example for this. I used to go to the gym. I was like really like frail and skinny. I still am skinny, but like I was just like frail and unhealthy looking, right? And I would go to the gym and I would like not really know what to do. I would like feel insecure that everyone was like looking at me as I was working out. I just like wouldn't, it wasn't like natural to me, right? Because I had this running dialogue that my body is frail. That was my running dialogue. If I wrote body on a page, I would say frail, weak, skinny. That's what I would have written down about my body, right? As I started working out, I started to like just pretend that I was in that world of like weightlifting. I started to pretend that I was a fitness person. I just started to pretend, right? I had like a split, you know what I mean? I was like, today's pull day, today's push day. I started buying workout clothes. I started following workout people on Instagram, talking about it more and more and more, immersing myself in that world. And then now people come to me for workout advice all the time. I have truly become that in a lot of ways, but it's something that I felt like a fraud at first, but over time and over repetition and immersing myself in that and challenging those thoughts, I was able to change my self-concept, which in turn changed my physical reality. Hope this isn't like too woo-woo for you guys, but it's important to this video of why no one pays attention to you, because what if your self-concept is such that I'm not worth paying attention to, or people always gloss over me, or I'm not important in the room, I'm the least important person, or I'm always gonna stand in the back. What if that's your self-concept, right? So you could do the same thing about yourself. You can literally write your name on a paper, Marcus, right? And then you could put all of the things that you associate with Marcus's personality or Marcus's self-concept. So Marcus, loser, broke, can't keep a job, can't keep a friend, single, alone, and then you can change it on the new page. Marcus, you could put, I'm Marcus, by the way. You could put hot, fit, makes a lot of money, is mysterious, has this type of aesthetic. You can literally do whatever the fuck you want, and you will feel like a fraud at first, and then eventually over time, if you continue immersing yourself in that reality, right, and challenging those thoughts, then you'll look back 10 months later and you'll be where you thought you couldn't be. You will be where you wanted to be. You will be on page 2, not page 1. So congratulations, because it's really just that simple. And I hope that really makes sense for you guys, and it's really, really important. And you're going to hear me talk about self-concept a lot in every video moving forward, because it is just the most important thing. It's how anything gets done, right? How we create in this world, it starts with what our beliefs and our self-concept is. I really do not fuck with manifestation. Like I'm going to write, I made $10,000 20 times on a page. We already know I don't like that, because it's just not realistic. This isn't fucking like, I don't even know. This isn't like, you can't just like do that. Just stop. A more effective way to manifest is to change your self-concept. What type of person are you? Are you a person that attracts this amount of money? Are you a person that lucky things happen to you? Are you a person that life is easy to you? Are you a person that when you speak, people listen? You know what I mean? That is self-concept, and that's where the work needs to be done. So it's really hot in here, and I just want to like summarize really quickly why no one pays attention to you. Summary. Step 1. Center yourself. Are you leaking energy out there? Then no one's gonna pay attention to you. You're groveling, you're nasty. People are gonna be like, get the fuck away from me. It's a repulsive energy. Focus on yourself and take back your power. Reel the energy in, reel the attention in. Be in your body, be in your hands, be in your feet, be in your body. Like literally look at your hands, be like, this is my body, I am here, hi, hello. That's step 1. Step 2, are you miserable? Are you miserable? Question mark. Are you miserable? No one wants to be around someone who's miserable, and your life is not that bad. Shut up. Step 3, work on your self-concept. Are you someone that people pay attention to? Are you someone that takes up space? Are you someone that shines? If you don't think you are, that's your self-concept talking, and you need to change that, because that's just what you need to do. Yeah, I really hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna keep making more videos like this one, and please subscribe. I'm a new channel. Yeah, I love you. Bye. Oh my god, please subscribe. I'm a new channel, and I'm going to be making a lot of self-development videos like this, but also if you don't want to subscribe, that's completely fine, because that just shows me that you want to be complacent and you don't want to change in your life. So if that's what you want to do, then actually don't subscribe.